No, usually I don't do videos basically talking about the general stuff of football. Like, for example, what's going on at Real Madrid, what's going on at Bayern Munich, what's going on at Burnley, what's going on at Barcelona, or what's going on at Bristol City. I don't talk about other clubs other than Manchester United because this is a specialized channel. We just specialize in one club, and that's Manchester United. Speaking of specialization, before I get into the meat of the matter in this podcast, I'll tell you guys must be saying, Jesus, he has low self-esteem, he has low self-worth. He wears the same old black clothes all the time. Like this nigga has no sense of character. He just wears the same shirt on his old podcast in his mother's basement. Yeah, I basically wear the same shirt. I just like what they usually do in the olden days. They wear the same clothes and then they wash it out and wring it out outside, make it go dry, and then next morning they wear the same shirt. When they come home, they wash the shirt and hang it out outside to make it go dry, and then wear it the next day. So that's basically what I do with this shirt. Yeah, but honestly, bro, I have like a pack of these. Cause basically I love black clothes, and that's just I guess because I'm black. But yeah, I just had to put that in there. But with the since the Premier League is closed and Manchester United, along with other clubs, are I wouldn't say on a break because the Champions League is still a thing, and the Euro League is still a thing, and for two clubs in the Premier League, FA Cup final is a thing. So, but as relates to like the Premier League in totality, I wonder who is here. Anyway, as with the Premier League in totality finished and done and dusted, I would like to say this was a very good season, up and down season for Manchester United. In the early stages of this season, Manchester again, I'm going to discuss this in the review video that I wanted to do, I think 2 days ago, if not yesterday. But I'll just probably wait until after the EuroLeague is done and dusted because I want to do everything in totality. But given my take on the Premier League season as a preview, I would say Man United, man. If you told me the first day of the season, last season, because this season's finished, if you told me that United was going to get top three behind Liverpool, Manchester City, and you would come in at third place, I would say time out. So you're telling me that Liverpool will win the league? That's what you're trying to allude to me? I say, yeah, but you're going to come third place. I say, third place, still in the Euro League, and you get dropped out in the FA Cup semi-finals, and say, that's quite acceptable. But I wouldn't say I would bite off your hand, but I would say that's a respectable or a professional season. That's an acceptable professional season. That's a satisfactory season. Um, but this podcast, oh, time out, time out, time out. Jadon Sancho has been linked to Manchester United profusely for the last basically since the Leicester game because since we have Champions League football now, the ability of us attracting top tier players is very high. Because what for one, we have a world class name brand in Manchester United. Our sponsorship sales is going to go up. We have top three spot. We have marketable players, and we have attractive players, and we play decent, attractive football. So the likelihood of Jadon Sancho coming to Manchester United next season is about probably 5 to 8% a possibility. That's a possibility. So yeah, but again, United need to concentrate on other aspects of positions, like for example, defensive midfield position, the centre back position, mm, probably another left winger. Jack Grealish, anyone? I think he plays somewhere in midfield, but I guess he's a versatile player, so I guess he can play left wing. But yeah, United need to concentrate on other aspects of the game in terms of positioning and players. This particular podcast, I want to discuss what makes a player deserving of the Balon d'Or. What makes him worthy of winning the Balon d'Or? Because if you guys are football savvy like that, you will notice that recently the Ballon d'Or for this year has been rescinded, has been retracted, has been called off, and some persons didn't take it didn't take it lighthearted. They took it to heart, saying, "Yeah, this certain player of my club did well. They helped us win the league, and the likelihood of them helping us win the Champions League. I mean, why? Why does this even have to happen? Why of all years this have to happen? Two things: COVID-19 and two, repeat number one. That's what I would say. COVID-19 has really affected football this year, and because of that, players that usually win the Ballon d'Or are not going to really win the Ballon d'Or because of the COVID-19. But I want to discuss in this podcast what makes a player deserving of the Ballon d'Or. What makes him deserving of the Ballon d'Or? Let's break it down into syllables. And you guys in like English class, so but let's just break it down into syllables, right? The Ballon d'Or is basically an award. I wouldn't really necessarily call it like a Grammy Award performance or uh, a Nobel Prize performance. I wouldn't say it's an Oscar award performance unless you're like a diving type of player or something. But the Ballon d'Or is basically a reward. It's rewarding of what you did the previous year for your club. Let me repeat that. Previously, for what you did for your club in the previous season for your club, helping them win the title, helping them win the Champions League, or how vital you were to the this starting level. That's how the Ballon d'Or is real because a lot of persons are of the misnomer and misconception that if you have like 100 goals a season, 50 assists this season, and you win the Champions League, and you win the Premier League or any league that you play for, then you're automatically deserving of the Ballon d'Or. Yes or no? Yes or no? Because as relates like numbers play a factor in winning the Ballon d'Or. But if numbers played a factor in the Ballon d'Or, then Thierry Henry would have a Ballon d'Or under his belt, under his arm. Wouldn't he? Like in 2004, Thierry Henry, as some buttered Arsenal fans would say, he got robbed, daylight robbery from the Ballon d'Or. Like people were saying, Thierry Henry should have won the Ballon d'Or in 2004. But a certain player from Juventus at the time named Nedved won the Ballon d'Or, and he had like 4 goals or most of 5 goals and 4 assists or something like that. So people are saying, "Gee, Thierry Henry had like great numbers in 2004. Why didn't he win the Ballon d'Or? Why did this nigga from hold up, where is he from? Why was this nigga, this white nigga from Juventus at the time playing for the old ladies? Why did he win the Ballon d'Or? What makes him so appealing to win the Ballon d'Or? I don't even think this dude should even be in the top three position for the Ballon d'Or. You dig? So this is my take, bro, as it relates to this concept. Quality over quantity. Quality over quantity. You have to go it on after this podcast, Big G. Um, Texas. Quality supersedes quantity, brothers. I mean, numbers don't lie, but you can be putting up numbers, but that doesn't mean you're playing well. Let me repeat that. Because you're putting hold on, because I want to see the pinnacle of my haircut. Um, just at yeah. But because you have like 50 goals a season, bro, and like 30 goals, I'm picking on no players because I know some of you guys, will say, "Oh, he's picking on a certain player." That's not what I'm trying to do. Maybe I am, but I'm gonna get to him in a second because he's been controversial since 2013. I'm gonna get to that in a second. But quality supersedes quantity, bro. Because you could be putting up numbers for days, and that doesn't mean you're playing well. But on the flip side, you could be playing very well most of the season, being very crucial to your side. Keep that in mind. Keep very crucial to your side, and you can be nominated as a Balon d'Or contender. Like for example, Xavi Hernandez and Iniesta and Zidane were all contenders for the Ballon d'Or. But did they put up like big numbers? No, no. Definitely Zidane. Zidane wasn't a numbers type of midfielder. Zidane was all about flair. Zidane was all about panache, if you're French. He was all about finesse, charisma on the pitch. His presence was a present to Real Madrid. I ain't go preach, but Real Madrid had a player, a special player, which was quite unfortunate because Real Madrid at the time had like hold on, had like four Ballon d'Or players: Zidane, Figo, Ronaldo, and Michael Owen. Players that already won the Ballon d'Or, or they were contenders of winning the Ballon d'Or. And because they have those big egos, they didn't win. They probably won the Champions League like once, but they didn't win the title until like 2005, if not 2007, because there was no compatibility. They have like out of complete players, but they weren't compatible. The style of play wasn't compatible. Like Zidane was playing a good role, but Figo was playing more of a withdrawn role, and Beckham had to suit him, and there was no defensive midfielder that gave balance to the midfield. You see. So back on this Ballon d'Or kick, yeah, bro, you don't have to be putting up like calendar numbers and expect to win the Ballon d'Or. So since you guys might be thinking I'm taking a job at this certain player, although subconsciously I might be, but consciously I'm not. In 2013, a lot of persons said that Ribery was robbed of the Ballon d'Or. A lot of persons said that he was robbed of the Ballon d'Or. Because if you remember in 2013, Bayern Munich was the best team in Europe. Best team in Europe. They bashed Barcelona. They won the treble. Yep, they won the treble. And Ribery was an integral player in 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 that claim. Like he was one of the reasons why I think he got about over 20 assists. Speaking of numbers, I think he got about 20 assists and like 16 goals that season, which is reasonable numbers. But I just don't think Ribery was that integral because you have Robin, you have Schweinsteiger, Tony Kroos, and other players that helped Bayern Munich win the treble. And Ribery, I mean, yes, but he wasn't the main man of Bayern. Like if one all right at the time of 2013, if you ask any Bayern fan who's the main man of Bayern Munich, people go say Robin, people might say Ribery, but it's not like they're going to solely and specifically say one player, as that could vary from people who were saying probably were saying Tony Kroos, Bastian Schweinsteiger, Bad Stuber if he was playing ball, Neuer. Speaking of Neuer, I'm getting into that. I'm getting into that. And other players. But if you compare the let me not take no reason, let me just say it. Cristiano Ronaldo winning the 2013 Balon d'Or. If you ask any Real Madrid supporter and even football supporters who was the main man at Real Madrid, who do you think they're going to say? They think they're going to say Sergio Ramos? You think they're going to say no? Sergio Ramos is a clutch player. Let's not get that twisted, but he's not the main man. At least when Ronaldo was there, he wasn't the main man. Definitely Casillas wasn't the main man. Next, let's rub that off the table. Who's next? People go say, yeah, Karim Benzema was born up top. You know what I mean? He's French and all. You know what I mean? He was just bringing players into play. He was just scoring goals when he needed. He wasn't really much of a goal scorer, but he was just a goal threat. You know what I mean? Just cross the ball into the box and get Benzema at the end of the far post with a goal from his head. You know what I mean? He's just that type of a great player. No, Benzema. Cristiano Ronaldo, bro. And that's why I would say he's deserving. And this might contradict what I said previously, but like I said, the main man, the main man of a side is the one that will get the Ballon d'Or. Is the main man that will get the Ballon d'Or. And Ronaldo got a lot of goals that season, and he got a few. I don't even remember how much assists he got, but his goal contribution was probably about 70 or 75. So yeah, Ronaldo is really deserving. But going back to my question, what makes a player deserving of the Ballon d'Or? Hmm? What makes him deserving of the Ballon d'Or? Because Cruyff said this controversial statement before he died. He said, I don't think he was saying the Ballon d'Or specifically, but he was basically saying the best player of the year is based on numbers, based on friends like journalists and persons in the hierarchy of football, and they would vote for you, which is quite a true statement. That is quite a few. I ain't gonna get deep in rabbit hole right now, but that's basically a true statement to a degree. But okay, let's get to, because I don't want this podcast to be lengthy and long. 2018. What makes 2018 aside from the World Cup that was is not established? Football World Cup was established like in 1930 something, but the World Cup was played in 2018. And for you persons that have probably a few centimeters of memory, you guys can remember who won the Ballon d'Or in 2018. You guys can remember who won the Ballon d'Or. Speaking of Real Madrid, see the Ballon d'Or winners can be very funny, bro. I was just saying to you guys, if you ask any Real Madrid supporters or any football fans for that matter, who's the main man at Real Madrid, people will say, yeah, Ronaldo, man. Ronaldo with the chopping, with the goal from the free kick. You know what I mean? The long range goals, the goals from free kick, the penalties. You know what I mean? He's just a walk and talking threat in the box. He's just that great. He's just a great of a player. That might be true, but I wouldn't say the world was shot because again, if you're talking about, see again, I don't want to get in a long story, but the Ballon d'Or, the Ballon d'Or is a trophy that awards a player who did not only great for his club but great for his country. Let me repeat that. Not only great for his club but great for his country. So you can have the highest numbers until you go in the heavens for your club. But if you didn't do jack for your country, you ain't gonna win anything. You're not going to win anything. Because Messi scored like how much goals? Like 91 goals in a calendar year. And he didn't win any Balon d'Or. He won the Balon d'Or in the previous season. He scored 91 goals. But he didn't win the Balon d'Or that year because he was crap for his club. For his country, I should say. So again, bro, going back to 2018, Luka Modric won the Ballon d'Or in 2018 because he was good for his country and good for his club. If you ask any Croatian supporter or any football fanatic that watches Croatia not on a regular basis, not on a religious basis, but on like on a sporadic basis, they say, you know what, I don't watch Croatia that much, but that 4 feet 5 player named Luka Modric that plays in midfield. He's quite a looker, isn't he? He's very good on the ball. He reminds me of Zidane. He reminds me of that one of those players from long time. Like he just controls the midfield. He's such a dime piece. He can even score long range goals, and he's just a dime piece. I think yeah, Rakitic is a shout. Mandzukic is a shout. Perisic is a shout. Zubasic is a shout. And all these itches that played for Croatia at the time was a shout. But Luka Modric, man, that player is such a great player. Yeah. So you could say Modric was the main man. He was the daddy and daughter of the midfield. Not as a defensive midfielder because he's no Matic. But my man won the Ballon d'Or. And a lot of persons were saying, dude, I'm all for performances for country and club, but you can't give Modric no Ballon d'Or. It has to be Ronaldo or Messi. Why does this 4 feet 5 player needs to be awarded the Ballon d'Or? What did he do? This nigga was very good for his country, primarily. And this do not only because he was captain, but this everything ran through Luka Modric. Everything ran through Luka Modric. Rakitic was doing his piece and Kovacic was on the bench doing his piece. But Luka Modric was the main man in the midfield for Croatia. He's one of he's the reason, I should say, why Croatia progressed to the final. Yes, hold on. Yes, Mandzukic got the goal that knocked out England to progress them to whether it was the semi-finals or the finals. Yeah, it was the final, the semi-finals. But Luka Modric was the man that was pulling strings, spraying passes, distributing. He was the main dude. And that's why Croatia went to the finals. And, man ran out of steam in the finals because they got battered by France. And as you can see on his face expression, I ain't go show it on the screen, but he didn't look happy when he was awarded with I think it was an accolade of being the best player in the tournament. Yeah, he was awarded best player in the tournament and being the best player in Europe. So again, bro, Ballon d'Or is not down to numbers. Because if it was down to numbers, Cannavaro wouldn't have won the Ballon d'Or in 2006. He just wouldn't. And this was a dude that performed for not only his club, but for definitely for his country. Definitely for his country. Definitely for his country. Speaking of that, speaking of country. See, y'all making a liar out of me. In 2010, a lot of persons said that Messi wasn't deserving of the Ballon d'Or. That's what a lot of persons say. That's because going back to winning trebles, bro, with Ribery, And I know that Ribery is still crying about it, but bro, you just have to move on. That's life. But you hear that outside noise? I hate outside noise. So irritating. Um, yes. Wesley Snyder, bro. Wesley Snyder not only won a treble with his club, but also he did like he was the modern day Modric in 2000 for his country. And this was a side that had Van Bronckhorst, because I supported Netherlands at the time. They had what's his name again? Robin van Persie. That's not the name. I remembered Robin van Persie, but that's not the name I was trying to remember. He's a goalkeeper that played for Fulham. I can't remember his name. I played for Fulham at the time. But they had Huntelaar, Aaron Robin, Van Bommel, Van der Vaart, and they had Nigel de Jong and a lot of other players like Elia, who was a bench player, and other players. So this was no average Joe Schmo type of side. But Wesley Snyder, through his influence on the pitch, he was the main man. He was springing passes, distributing passes, and pulling strings. This dude was like the nigga behind the center stage, just like you ever watch one of those puppet shows and the person with the strings, and yeah, that's what Wesley Snyder was doing too with the Netherlands side and for his club. And this was a dude that was putting up decent numbers. Like he was no like cheap nigga with numbers. He was like scoring free kicks and getting assists. So quality supersedes quantity of numbers, or not all the time, I should say, but for the most part. But again, if you have quality and quantity, then that's when you're worthy of winning the Ballon d'Or. Basically, like Ronaldo and Messi. That's why they have been dominant forces of winning the Ballon d'Or for like over a decade. You see, but there are certain cracks in the walls where players that didn't have great numbers won the Ballon d'Or in 2004, 2006, in uh, 2018, and a lot of persons are saying who would have won the Ballon d'Or in 2020 if it wasn't nigga, you have to go with. I think it was probably a female I was texting earlier, but I'd have to go with. Um, yeah, if the Ballon d'Or was still in existence, at least for this year, who would you think would win the Ballon d'Or? Because I'm telling you, bro, Messi didn't have his best season, and I think there's a reason for why he didn't have his best season. But Messi was going to be a contender regardless. Not probably not a top three, but he would be a contender regardless. Ronaldo, I mean, what's Ballon d'Or without Ronaldo, right? And thirdly, this is a player that I wouldn't say he's quite adverse to being on the top stages of football, but this is at least for the past 5 to 6 years. This is a nigga that knows how to score goals. I mean, shoot, whenever the James Bond franchise is coming out again, this nigga needs to be starred as James Bond. They might say, "Who's this Polish nigga you're trying to say needs to start as James Bond?" This nigga is ice cold in front of goal. Like he's the last breed of a penalty box center forward. This dude can score with his head back and his back with his back to goal. He's that great. What's his name, you may ask? Robert Lewandowski. No, I don't know if it's Lewandowski as it's Lewandowski, but I call him Lewandowski because he's very good. Um, this outside noise, bro. kind of getting to me right now. But yeah, Robert Lewandowski had like he has like about 51 goals, if not 53 goals this season. Yeah, 51 goals, not 53 goals this season. Speaking at what time up? Didn't Luis Suarez have like 59 goals in 2006, 2015, 2016? No, people were saying maybe Luis Suarez wouldn't have won. Maybe I don't know if you guys hearing it, but this guy is trying to well something outside, I guess, or something. But yeah, wouldn't you say Luis Suarez was worthy, worthy of the Balon d'Or in 2016? Wouldn't you say? So if Lewandowski deserves the Ballon d'Or this year based on those high numbers of goals, wouldn't you say Luis Suarez deserved the Ballon d'Or in 2016? Leave your comments down below on what you think. As I believe, as I'm closing this podcast, because I don't want this to be a 15-hour podcast, but I think that was a big one. I think Robert Lewandowski probably deserved the Ballon d'Or for what he's taken Bayern through. Because I mean, if you ask Bayern fans now, who is their main man, then you go say, yeah, what I mean. Now he's getting he's seeing the break of day in his form. You know what I mean. He's getting old and cold, but he's done his time. You know what I mean. Wouldn't you say Thiago? I mean, nah, bro. Thiago is showing mixed feelings right now. Looks like he's going to Liverpool. You know what I mean? He was springing passes, playing passes, and spraying passes, but he's not going to win the Ballon d'Or. He's at the main man for Bayern Munich. So who would you say is the main man? Man, I would say Coutinho is decent. A player that used to play for Liverpool. He was putting up numbers, you know what I mean? He was getting high numbers for Liverpool, but is he the main man for Bayern Munich? Not nearly. So who do you say is the main man for Bayern Munich? Man, I know he's like a product from the academy and all, but people are saying that he's not the most fierce type of player when he's on the ball. But Thomas Muller, when he's on the ball, the way he get goals out at Yin Yang, he gets assists. He's not the most fiery or flashy type of player, but he gets a goal. But would you say he's the main man? I mean, he would probably be a second stringer, but who would you say is the main man? Man, this nigga comes from Poland, bro. People say that he's so Polish that they call him ice cold in front of goal, you know what I mean? He's just a cold, you know what I'm saying? He just clocks goal. He just score goals. So would you say that man is a main? Of course, he's the main man for Bayern Munich. Shoot, the main. This is how he should really be the main man. They should really change the logo of Bayern Munich and put Robert Lewandowski's face into the logo. That's how much of a main man he is for Bayern Munich. Boom. So yeah, man, yeah. But I believe Bayern Munich striker Robert Lewandowski deserves the Ballon d'Or this year. I just believe that wholeheartedly. Because Bayern probably might win the Champions League because uh they have 3 goals. They have 3 goals away from home at the Stamford Bridge against Chelsea. So in my book, they're automatically going to the next one because I don't see Chelsea coming back because they're just a natural beach for the clubs. But yeah, I think Robert Lewandowski has been robbed. I'm not sure. I don't know why he was being robbed because probably his prefix of his first name started with Rob, and they just say, you know what I mean, because he has Rob in his name, you go rob him of the Ballon d'Or, you know what I mean. But I just don't think it's kind of. I think it's a crime. I think it goes against humanity for Robert Lewandowski to be robbed of the Ballon d'Or, and that's just my take on the Ballon d'Or phenomenon, at least for this year. But I think Robert Lewandowski deserves the Ballon d'Or. Whether you're saying it at his house, his door or something, but just knock on his door, say, you know what? Yes, the COVID-19 has been affecting football all along this year, but we are proud to just hand you the Ballon d'Or with open arms at your door. This is the Ballon d'Or for you, sir. But I think that's what they should do, other than just robbing the nigga of his Ballon d'Or, because Robert Lewandowski was going win that Balon d'Or. Ronaldo, he's been on and off, but he's been world class in 2020. Messi has been on and off because again, Barcelona was supposed to win the La Liga, but they drop off. They sit on a banana peel and they go down in the table into second place, and Real Madrid went into first place because they were resilient and consistent, and because of their persistency to be consistent, they won the league. So I don't think Messi is going to be a contender. Not that the league position says anything, but I don't think Messi is going to win it regardless. Because Barcelona, I think, is out of the Champions League now. So, I mean, so yeah, I think Robert Lewandowski. But what do you guys think? You think Robert Lewandowski needs to win, should have won the Ballon d'Or? Comments down below, and I'll show it to you guys in the next video podcast. Peace. I am out.